Hey, happy Independence Day, folks, from the Hot Zone. Let's honor some of those who make America great.
This is the Hot Zone. Engaging with the news in a whole new way, international war correspondent Chuck Holton brings insight into areas of crisis and lets you help those affected.
Well, it's July 4th, and I'm sure you want to be out spending time with those you love, celebrating this great country we live in. So today's podcast is going to be pretty short, just long enough for you to listen to in the car while you drive to the store or get some of those hot dog buns you forgot or some extra ice or something. So on June 21 through 30th, the U.S. Special Operations Command hosted the 2019 Department of Defense Warrior Games in Tampa Bay, Florida. About 300 wounded service members and veterans took part. The athletes represented the United States Army, the Marine Corps, the Navy, the Air Force, and Special Operations Command. And there were also some wounded warriors present from the United Kingdom, Australian Defense Forces, the Canadian Armed Forces, and the Armed Forces of the Netherlands, as well as the Danish Armed Forces. The teams included active military service members and veterans with upper body or lower body or spinal cord injuries, traumatic brain injuries, visual impairment, serious illnesses, and the like. A lot of post-traumatic stress, that sort of thing. They went head-to-head in 14 sports, including archery, cycling, time trial cycling, shooting, sitting volleyball, swimming, track and field, wheelchair basketball, indoor rowing, powerlifting, and for the first time in Warrior Games history, golf, wheelchair tennis, and wheelchair rugby. I would like to see that one. The Warrior Games were established back in 2010 as a way to enhance the recovery and rehabilitation of wounded warriors and to expose them to adaptive sports. It's sponsored by the U.S. Olympic Committee in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And the inaugural Warrior Games hosted approximately 200 wounded, ill, and injured service members. But during the following years, the Warrior Games expanded in size and scope. So listen to some of the Warrior athletes talk about their experience at the Games.
So as the Ultimate Champion, I participate in one event in each of the 8 individual events. 100-meter run, shot put, 1-minute row, cycling, then I do the 50-meter freestyle swim, archery, rifle shooting, and powerlifting. When I was an Air Force EOD tech, 2010 was my second deployment to Kandahar. I was stationed at a FOB there, dealing with IEDs, EOD stuff.
It works, though.
During that process, a British pen flare accidentally went off and it popped straight into my eyeball. One of the things that went through my brain was, hey Brett, you probably lost your eye. And I realized in a very small split second that I had a choice to make. Do I take this and go down a self-loathing, depressive road, or do I accept it and not have to fight that battle? I fully recognize a lot of people don't have that choice. I got hurt in 2010. I got retired in 2011. Now, the Air Force Wounded Warrior program was around during that time, but the key thing that I like about it, they don't say, okay, here's what we're gonna do for you. It's more, what do you want to do? And we will work to accomplish your goal. I know when I got hurt, I thought, oh, I lost an eye. I guess I get out of the service? Like, I had no idea what was gonna happen. And then I got very lucky that I had a lot of support with my squadron, the Air Force Wounded Warrior program, my teammates, and I didn't expect anything, and I got everything.
My name is Christina Coble, Staff Sergeant, and call me Tina. So the Warrior Games is a Paralympic event for wounded warriors from all the different branches. And we meet up once a year. We actually all compete to make the team of our branch. And then if we make that team, we move up to the Warrior Games to compete against all the other branches. So it's a lot of fun. It's also an excellent way to challenge yourself and challenge everybody around you. I've come here, I've trained hard, and I see that every athlete here has done the exact same. So you're watching all of these wounded veterans that are actually at the peak of their physical fitness. It's an amazing thing to see.
This is my first time competing in the Warrior Games, and I can't think of enough wonderful words to say about this. Meeting all these other service members who have been injured has been truly wonderful. Hearing their stories and their trials and their tribulations makes me feel not only like a better person, but like I'm in a larger family that I never knew existed.
This year, it's actually my first Warrior Games as well, but I am competing in track, cycling, field, powerlifting, and swimming.
This was my first time competing after losing my legs, so I really wasn't sure what my skill sets were going to be. But once I got in the water, which is my primary event as a swimmer, and once I got in there, I felt very natural.
The most challenging aspect, I feel, is the mental focus. It's pretty easy to get your injuries wrapped up in your head, and it will affect the performance when you're ready to go. So it's important to just take a deep breath, remember what you're here for, which is self-empowerment, not only for yourself, but for everyone else around you, and move forward that way. So I try to make sure that I don't focus on the negative aspect, which is all in my head anyway, and just stay positive.
All right, that's all I've got for today, folks. I hope you have a great weekend. See you back here on Monday for the Hot Zone.
The Hot Zone is produced by Amy Holton and Livefire Media. Copyright 2019.